This is Dinesh Tripathi, and I'm helping you to learn modern apps easily. So in this video, I'm going to talk about one of the open source and free project from VMware to stand up Kubernetes cluster is part of Tanzu Community Edition that got announced in the last month, and I have tried that out and it really seems very, very powerful. So I'll be helping you to understand what does Tanzu Community Edition contains, what are the capabilities that Tanzu Community Edition have, and also how to set up the Tanzu Community Edition easily on your personal laptop. So let's get started. So there is a very good documentation of Tanzu Community Edition that you can refer to, and I'll put this link in the video description as well. This documentation talks about what does Tanzu Community Edition is, what is the architecture, and how to install the Tanzu Community Edition, and other things. One of the best things that I found in Tanzu Community Edition is you can set up this on your personal laptop if you have Docker installed. And that's really great thing for developers or for those who are learning Kubernetes, because you do not need to have full-blown vSphere environment or a public cloud environment in place. So as you can see, Tanzu Community Edition is full-featured, easy to manage Kubernetes platform for learner and users. It is freely available, community supported, open source distribution of VMware Tanzu that can be installed and configured in minutes. And I'll talk about that soon. But what has happened here is there are different versions of VMware Tanzu Kubernetes Grid, and that you can look at the comparison here. So Tanzu Basic, Standard, Advanced, and Community Edition. And you can look at what are the different capabilities that is part of Tanzu Community Edition. And as you can see, there are many, right? So I'll put this link as well. Now, let us look at quickly the architecture too. So the way we stand up Kubernetes cluster using Tanzu is basically using cluster API. And cluster API, there was a concept of management and workload cluster that was there in the Tanzu Basic, Standard, and Advanced. That is also there in Tanzu Community Edition. But in addition to that, we can also stand up a cluster when you have just Docker, which means the one cluster is going to act as a management and workload both, right? So this is how we are going to set up. So if you look at this, you can see we have Bootstrap cluster, which is going to be our local machine. And then from here, we are going to create another cluster that you can see cluster A, and this is going to act as a management and workload both. This is basically a standalone cluster, right? That will be ready for our use. So there is a very good flow here as well, that how the things works, and you can certainly take a look at it too. I will not talk about package management in this demo. I'll be talking primarily about cluster, but the package management I will be talking later. But in a quick summary, package is nothing but a software that Tanzu helps to easily install via Tanzu CLI. So there is a way to package using Carvel tooling, and that we can take a look later. So before I get into the demo, another thing that I wanted to show you is also the community. So Tanzu Community Edition, this is very active community that I have seen. And even I'm clarifying my doubts wherever I have. So you can certainly post your questions. There is also a GitHub of Tanzu Community Edition that you can go ahead and also start contributing if you are interested in contributing to this project. So let's get started. So for installation, what I have done is I have basically put it a simple blog for installing Tangi Community Edition on Mac, and that is what I'm going to use. So let me just filter that out. So setting up Tangi Community Edition on Mac, and I'm just going to follow this post to easily install Tangi Community Edition on Mac. If you have Linux, you can certainly follow the documentation available here inside the installation. You can see here we have Docker-based installation. So install Tangi Community Edition, deploy standalone cluster, and here you can see that we have different ways of installing it, right? So that you can go ahead and follow along, but I'll be using to demo this on Mac. There are resource requirements, and that is what basically I'm going to start putting here. So first thing first, we need to have Docker desktop running on Mac, and we need to have a specific resource requirement here, right? So as you can see in this, we need 4 CPU, we need 6 GB of RAM, and that is what we need to set, else the Community Edition installation is going to fail. Okay, so let's do that first. As you can see here, this is my Docker desktop, and if I open the setting, I just have 1 CPU and 2 GB RAM. So I'm just going to increase it, and let me restart. So now my Docker engine is restarting, and as soon as it restarts, then I'm going to move to the next steps. On my local system, I have done few things before. So you might see a message saying that it is already installed, but we can ignore that and keep moving. So while it is starting, let us look at the next steps. So what we have to do first thing is installing Tangi Community Edition on Docker desktop. So add a repository and install Tangi CLI, which means first we have to install Tangi CLI. And if you have Tangi CLI from commercial version, that is Tangi Basic, Advanced, and Standard, then you need to change that CLI, because this Tangi CLI, which is part of TCE, Tangi Community Edition, is different. Okay, so I already have Tangi CLI, and if I just enter it, you can see here that I have these different options like standalone cluster, builder, right? Conformance. These are some of the additional options that is available on Tangi Community Edition CLI. So I have already installed, but let me go ahead and run this command. Let me see if Docker is already restarted. So great, it's restarted. So it's going to basically update this, and then I'm going to install the Tangi Community Edition CLI. So it's basically a CLI installation, right? Not the cluster creation. So it's updating. I'll be back once it is done. All right, so the repository is updated, and let me go ahead and run the install command. So you see that it's already installed the Tangi CLI, and which is fine. If not installed, you will see a lot of update, but this is already installed. I have also seen one of the problem, if you have already done a couple of time installation and you are again reinstalling, you may see a problem. So you can just follow this and get that moving. So now what's next? This I have already validated Tanzu CLI. Now let us create the cluster. So just one simple command is going to create a cluster. And as you can see here, I'll just follow this. So Tanzu standalone cluster, and I can just follow this to create the cluster, right? Or what we can do is we can simply have the UI method. And UI method is also very, very straightforward. So as you can see here, we have different options. And as I was talking, we are going to set up on our local system. So we will be using Docker. And we can just see that, detected that Docker daemon is already running. We can do next. We can put up the cluster name. So I can say TCE demo. I can say next. And Kubernetes networking, we can leave it as it is for pod and service network, so that we can leave. I don't have any proxy. So if you have proxy to reach out to internet, configure that proxy too, but I don't have any, so I'll just ignore this. I'll say next, and we'll say review configuration. So what you can see here is it also gives us a command that we can directly execute, or we can click this button and it's going to work. So, or the third way that I have shown you is we can directly use the Tanzu CLI to create that. So let us do for this demo. I'll just go ahead and click this button. And it's going to take some time. So as you can see here, there are a whole bunch of steps. Configuring pre-requirement, validating pre-requirement, then generate cluster configuration, set up bootstrap cluster, all that is happening. And what I would like to show you here is though, that what are the things happening behind the scene. So while this is running, let me open up another tab here. Okay. And you can see this is our bootstrap node. So one container started, and this is acting as a bootstrap node. So, and this is nothing but a kind cluster is getting created, right? So you can see here TKG kind, and this cluster is getting created. And while it is taking time, let me go ahead and help you to understand a few more things, okay? All right. Okay, so it is still not created the configuration file, and let me see that. Okay, so now you can see that the bootstrap cluster creation is done. It's moving to create standalone cluster. Let us see what changes are happening. So you can see the logs as well, but look at the changes here. Now what you are seeing here is basically the other nodes getting created. So one, you can see the load balancer, excuse me, and another, you can see the control plane also came up, right? So they are going to basically create a Kubernetes component on top of it. And it's just a few seconds, so it's going to take a few more minutes. So the kind cluster creation is done, and now we have the two node spin up. We will have one more node spin up, is going to act as a worker node, right? And then you will see that our cluster creation will be completed. So it's just few more minutes that we have to wait. Let us see what it is doing. So this logs you see for a kind cluster creation. And now if I look at, so we have the config file updated now. And let me set the alias. So here you can see this alias. So now you can see that another node spin up. So let us look at Docker PS, and you can see about a minute back, worker node also came up. So both nodes are there. Their status is not yet ready because still Kubernetes components are getting installed. But you can see that the cluster is created and nodes are showing up. And in few seconds, it's going to show the status as all done. So now you see the installation complete. You can now close the browser, which means the cluster installation is done. Now let us look at the nodes again. And you can see the node status is showing now ready. Let us look at Docker PS and see what has happened. So you see that the kind cluster is now deleted, right? So we have one load balancer node, we have one master node, and we have one worker node. But this is the kind cluster is deleted now. So your cluster creation is done, and you have seen in just a minute what we have basically created, right? So we have created quickly this cluster, and let's run one nginx pod and see. So now you see the container is getting created. In the meantime, let us look at what are the different namespaces got created. So since this is a Tanzu created cluster, you can see there are few Tanzu related namespace as well for the different operations that we will look at in the later videos. But we just don't have the Kubernetes default namespace, right? We can see the TKR, we can see TKG system, TKG package, public repos, all that you can see. And now our pod is also running. So just see how easy it was to create a Tanzu Community Edition standalone cluster, and how easily you can get started as a developer to start developing application, deploying and testing it out in your local system. So that's all in this demo. And in the next demo, I'll talk about how to set up packages on top of it, and how to create custom packages. All that I'll be talking in the later videos. Thank you for watching.